Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Quantum Break. In the last episode we had to fight our way across the bridge and then all of a sudden this bloody great ship decided it was going to come smashing through it, and yeah, it all went pear-shaped. The fighting didn't go too well either. So as you can imagine, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try and fix the time machine, I think. So first things first, we need to talk to Beth. So,
Okay, what's up?
It's about the plan. If Amaral gets the machine working...
We go back to yesterday and undo all of this.
Listen, in the video Will left for me, he said the countermeasure was stolen from his workshop on July 4th, 2010. He also said I took it. Maybe I did, Jack. We have a time machine.
You're saying...
yeah, we do.
We go to 2010. We steal it.
If Will was right, that would mean it wouldn't be a change. We take the countermeasure, bring it to the present, fix the fracture, save the world.
Okay? Explain to me why that's a better plan than just going back to yesterday and preventing all this from happening in the first place.
Because I'm afraid that based on what I know about time travel, we can't change anything. The past has already happened. We can't change it. But my way, we don't have to.
Yeah,
That's quite
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, my plan still feels simpler. Let's just get the machine working.
Yeah, and then we'll see what happens. Now, what's this? Beth's 2010 plan. Beth's charts and plans for the plan to travel to 2010 and steal the countermeasure. Okay. So we've got a load of stuff about as well. Let's just take a look and see what we can find then. If there's anything else that we can discover about what's going on here. So what is there to discover actually? Heck loads. Loads of documents, only a couple of Chronon sources and computers and media, but load of documents. Okay, so let's take a look around and see. Okay, let's just have a look at this.
Hatch. This is the guy that visited me in the cell.
Martin Hatch
Sounds like
dossier.
someone's onto him. According to Monarch Communications, Hatch sabotaged a Monarch lab.
He may be
Cool.
undermining Paul, but I get the impression he's not on our side.
No, I'm saying I don't think he's on our side either. Martin Hatch, what we know. Facts gathered by Fiona Miller so far. Joined Monarch 2001. Became Serene's chief advisor around 2007. No records before 2001. Who was he? Where did he come from? Working against Monarch. Possible links to the following. Death of Dr. Kim, unconfirmed. Alone with Dr. Kim at time of death. Death occurred just as Kim was on verge of a solution to Serene's time sickness. Yeah, I still think he seriously had something to do with that. University time machine, sabotage, unconfirmed. Miscalculations on purpose. Hatch seen in lab assistance. Miscalculations on purpose. Hatch seen in lab. Assistance in Sophia's kidnapping, confirmed. Distracted Monarch while kidnapping occurred. Knew we were coming, did not alert Serene. Destruction of Serene's remaining sickness treatments, unconfirmed. Well, we know he did. Was present outside Dr. Kim's lab when lab was destroyed. Accused Sophia of being responsible for this. Helped Charlie Wincott escape, that's confirmed as well. Currently helping Charlie reach Monarch Tower undetected. Disobeyed direct orders from Paul Serene. Wants access to the CFR. Potentially desires to sabotage lifeboat protocol. Sabotaging with Serene. Motive. Secretly assuring Serene's downfall. Wants to take over Monarch. Why? Is sabotaging Monarch's survival plan from within. No possible reason for this. Doesn't believe countermeasure could stop the fracture. Not a potential ally. Works for Monarch, therefore believes end of time is inevitable. Then why attempt to sabotage the lifeboat protocol? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. Why would he do that? Why would he sabotage it when it's pretty much the only way? Right, what's on the radio today?
Well, it's been a rough night for us. The collision at the Port Donnelly Bridge that has claimed multiple lives is still being investigated. At least a dozen people are confirmed dead, and investigators say they expect to find more bodies, some of which are predicted to be found in the cars at the bottom of the river. The cause of the accident remains unclear. Adding to the confusion are conflicting reports from shipboard personnel and those on dry land. The captain of the cargo ship insists that the bridge was up and the route was clear. However, some people shoreside claim the cargo ship was approaching the bridge at high speed, despite the bridge having not yet been raised. Others express surprise at the ship's presence, claiming that they do not see its approach at all. The investigation is still ongoing. We'll keep you posted. Now, obviously,
Yes.
this disaster
That's
will
plenty of
affect us
time
in
you
more ways
rhyme
than
me stuff.
one. With the Port Donnelly Bridge out of commission, heavy congestion is expected on the other routes across the river, and we now have reports coming in of
Let's go see
multiple car
Beth.
crashes all over Riverport. So you will want to reserve enough time for your trip today if you're traveling by
Dr. Amaral seems convinced that Paul's been to the end of time. Do you think that's true?
Can't be. Otherwise, trying to prevent it would be pointless.
Why?
Because it's already happened.
Yeah. No, I mean, if he's been to the end, there's no way we can change it. But if we go back and get the countermeasure, maybe we can. Yeah, it all seems a bit twisty. Oh, it's all this timey-wimey stuff. It's
Let's
never
see how
good.
Dr. Amaral's doing with the time machine.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Because thinking about this is giving me an headache.
I don't think we can trust her. The way she looked at the countermeasure like she's seen it before, she knows what it does.
Yeah, she
People
does.
told her about it?
No.
Right, have we
Will
got
was
anything
never the
back
kind
here?
to open up.
I can relate.
No.
Will takes it to the next level. When we were kids, the only way that Will could express anything important to me was by informing my stuffed giraffe when I was in the room.
It's precious. And weird.
Alright, I'm just trying to check see if there was any chronon sources, because not come across anything yet, and I've not noticed my little eye blinking. Okay. I don't really want to go in there yet. Let's just have a look round. Go this way first. Right, okay, let's make our way into the time travel chamber then. Yeah, this isn't going to be good at all, is it?
I'm not sure. I'll go check.
Yeah, we can check in a minute. I want to check around and see things first. And see what we can find.
Jack, you've got to see this.
See what?
I'm serious, Jack. This is big stuff I've got here.
Is it really? What is
Hey.
it, Amy?
Shouldn't you be keeping an eye on Amaral?
Okay,
Honestly,
but
I don't
first,
remember
you
doing.
need to check out the intel I uncovered.
What's that? What intel? Come on then.
Alright. What is all this?
I uploaded all the files I stole on that USB stick from the Monarch security station. I also found a video of your brother. It's on that TV. You're gonna want to see it. Everything else I printed out and put on tables over there.
Oh, okay. Right, cheers. Right, let's just have a look at this video then.
Okay. The date is. It's February 28th,
Jesus, Will.
1999. William Joyce.
1899.
After months
First experiment.
of arduous work, my machine is finally ready for human testing. Ready as defined by me, since ready is obviously relative term when you're dealing with the deformation of the chronon field and recreating of black holes' mass density by tangent. Okay, in
Yeah,
short,
I'm sure it is.
summary, I built a time machine, and it works. I'm gonna prove it, or die. Okay, just need to make some final preparations. When I enter the machine, I will travel clockwise around the corridor. Okay, core is active. Chronon levels are stable. Travel clockwise around the corridor, exiting back into the same location in the near future. Oh. This clock is set to my watch. Now, when I exit the machine, there should be a significant difference in time between my watch and the clock in this room. Corridor is locked in place. Okay, setting the date to 5 minutes to the future for the first test. Now, admittedly, traveling to the past would be much more impressive, but I can travel backwards in time only as far as the first activation of the machine's core, which is now. Okay, machine's ready. Monitor is stable. What I'm about to do is going to change the very fabric.
What the hell? What the hell happened there? That's okay. That's yeah, weird. Right, so let's take a look at these.
Serene's original manifesto for Monarch.
They had us practically memorize this.
Hundreds of employees. They actually believe all this bullshit?
More than you can imagine.
Right, okay, so Monarch Solutions 3-phase plan. Monarch Solutions 3-phase plan, table of contents. Phase 1, building an empire. February 28th, 1999 to July 4th, 2010, formation of Monarch Solutions, lucrative investments, global expansion and employee recruitment. Phase 2, preparing for the future. July 5th, 2010 to October the 8th, 2016. Ground Zero buyout, CFR preparation, Chronon tech development, militarization. Phase 3, the lifeboat protocol. October the 9th, 2016 to end of time. Time machine core heist, Chronon tech rollout, remove threats to lifeboat protocol, and initiate lifeboat protocol. So, I mean, time machine core heist have done. Chronon tech rollout, yeah, we've been on the receiving end. Initiate lifeboat protocol, that's been done. But the removal of the threats to the lifeboat protocol, yeah, not so much. Okay, so what's next? Monarch mission statement 1999. Monarch Solutions mission statement by Paul Serene, December the 12th, 1999. Limited distribution for approved employees only. I've seen the path ahead and I know it will be hard. I have found Monarch Solutions to bring together those who will walk it with me. The elite few whose skill, dedication and passion will live on when everything else ends. To what end? We will work under my guiding vision of the future, my knowledge of what is coming. We accept that we cannot change our fate, nor can we avoid it. It is a harsh truth, but it is the truth. We will accept it and its full implications, but we will not deviate from our course, nor give in to despair, nor give up the fight. Those of us who share in this knowledge, who learn the triumphs and tragedies of the days and years to come, will look past them and find ways to turn them to our advantage. The great uncertain area beyond what is known will be where we build our empire, and we build it on the hope that we can persevere, that the end isn't our end, that we can still succeed. 2. We will expand Monarch's influence and power in all possible spheres, financial, political, cultural, medical, technological, military, to the best of our ability. This is a goal unto itself. We will need to be in a position of exceptional resources and ability to act when the time comes. We will build, we will seek success and profit, not for the sake of wealth and fame, but for the sake of preparedness. 3. We will develop science and technologies to counter a very specific set of circumstances. This will require extensive research and experimentation, as well as a tremendous financial cost. We will not be daunted by these challenges. We will complete our work. 4. We will not compromise. We recognise that sacrifice is required, and we are willing to pay the cost to meet our goals. There is no alternative to this. Doubt, qualms and sentiment are luxuries we cannot afford. Whatever we have to do is a lesser evil than the extinction of the entire human race, and to pretend otherwise is weakness. Nothing in the history of our planet has been as important as this. Nothing we have accomplished as a species matters if we fail in our mission. 5. We will not fail. There will be many challenges in the years ahead. I know what's coming. It can't be averted. There's no escaping it, but we can survive it, and we can overcome it. And we will. I am dedicating myself, this company, and every shred of willpower at my disposal to that mission. I expect the same from those who join me on it. Paul Serene. Okay. And what's this one?
The lifeboat.
Yeah. Well, according to Monarch Communications, Paul Serene just activated that thing.
Marvellous.
Far sooner than they were supposed to.
What does that mean?
Means we have less time than I hoped.
Yeah, a lot less. On the unique nature of the lifeboat by Dr. Sophia Amaral, August 18th, 2016. Now this is a long one, but it might be worth reading to find out what this lifeboat really is. While the lifeboat protocol is fairly straightforward on the surface, it's important that the people involved with the project understand how it radically differs from other survival scenarios against so-called apocalyptic threats. Stutterproofing even. A traditional bunker built to protect the occupants from an environmental hazard, e.g. a chemical attack or nuclear fallout, is typically sealed airtight, and the occupants have their own electricity, air supply, provisions, etc. The bunker interior is isolated from the outside environment, but the lifeboat's design is different. It's not actually sealed because it doesn't have to be. It does have strong walls and protected access points, but the outside environment is not the problem. It's the lack of the Meyer-Joyce field that enables time to resist that makes the outside hazardous. From a technological standpoint, these differences make the lifeboat's operating principles quite different, particularly with regards to maintenance. Compared to, say, the failure of the life support system in a hermetically sealed survival space, such as a bunker, the failure of the lifeboat's stutterproofing system has far more immediate and grave effects. A traditional life support system can be repaired, for instance. A failure in the CO2 scrubbers would pose a significant threat, but with replacement parts and tools, properly trained occupants could easily repair the system before they would feel any ill effects. In fact, almost any mechanical failure, short of a full-scale environmental breach, can be fixed as long as suitable repair materials and trained personnel are at hand. But by its very nature, the stutterproofing is different. If it fails, everybody within its area of effect is immediately affected by the zero state and becomes frozen. In a permanent zero state scenario, that means they would have no opportunity to ever effect repairs. There's literally no time to react. The only exception would be personnel wearing an activated chronon harness, such as the Striker suit. But given that repairing the stutterproofing system is a highly technical, complicated process, requiring an exceptional proficiency in the operation and engineering of chronon technology, this would be a scenario with a low probability of success. It is therefore of utmost importance that the lifeboat's stutterproofing operates reliably and without faults, with multiple fail-safe systems, because if it ever fails, it's unlikely that it can be repaired or restarted. Accordingly, once a lifeboat protocol has been activated, there's no real way to deactivate it other than removing the chronon field regulator. This would be highly inadvisable, as doing so could not only disrupt the stutterproofing, but more importantly, without the CFR, the lifeboat's rate of chronon particle consumption is increased by a vast margin, effectively reducing its potential operating time to a fraction of what it's intended. Unique advantages and risks. However, it's worth pointing out that even though the lifeboat operation has unique hazards, there are also unique advantages. One such advantage is provisions. A traditional survival scenario in a bunker typically involves a poor quality of meals. Due to obvious resourcing problems. Anything that spoils easily is out of the question. In a zero-state scenario, however, spoilage becomes a non-issue. Anything stored outside the stutter-proofed area remains in perfect condition. This advantage doesn't only apply to comestibles, but also makes the storage of medicine, volatile chemicals, and other similar articles far less of a problem than it otherwise would be. In fact, given the fact that the city of Riverport is vast compared to the relatively small number of people residing in the lifeboat, in theory, Monarch operatives could venture outside the lifeboat in chronon harnesses and actually enjoy freshly cooked meals simply by entering a restaurant and finding the ready-made dishes that have been prepared. Remove them from the zero state to a stutter-proof area and enjoy them, as hot and delicious as if they had just been prepared, which in fact they of course would be. To be clear, this is not a recommended activity, as it would be a foolish waste of resources to go after individual meals like that. The above scenario is mentioned here merely to illustrate the point. Even though the lifeboat has been designed to operate for decades of subjective time, it doesn't actually need provisions for that long. If the lifeboat's own reserves start to run low, a well-planned supply run into the city could easily result in a great deal of perfectly preserved supplies. Another advantage is that while the situation outside the lifeboat would be dire, people frozen in the zero state would not actually be dead. If a solution is found to the end of time scenario, everybody would resume their everyday lives, most likely with no awareness of time ever having stopped. However, it's hard to know what the exact psychological impact of that knowledge on lifeboat personnel would be. There is a real concern that the pressure of knowing that they have sole responsibility for the survival of the human race, and that there are billions of people outside the walls of the lifeboat helpless and unaware, frozen eternally in that last moment, may prove to be crushing for some. On the other hand, knowing that their loved ones are actually not dead and may be saved, and are not in any distress or indeed even aware of the situation, may provide to be a powerful motivating factor that helps us eventually resolve the situation. Of course, the solution to the problem of a permanent zero state is not currently within our reach, and we expect that finding one will take subjective decades. If it is indeed possible, we can but try. It's worth noting that since the people outside lifeboat are indeed not dead, merely stopped, it should be possible for a team of personnel wearing chronon harnesses to exit the lifeboat, retrieve a person and bring them into the lifeboat. However, I advise against adopting this practice for the occupants. That should forever remain a theoretical scenario. Any situation in which somebody is brought in from the outside would cause undue stress on the occupants, who would at that point have to become acutely aware that their loved ones could be brought in. But since the lifeboat has limited space, this could never be allowed. That kind of psychological pressure would likely lead to friction and question of favouritism, and ultimately increase the risk of mission failure. Oh, okay. Right, next one.
Anybody here we can trust?
Fiona. She's my only remaining contact on the inside.
What about this Burke guy? He was under arrest in the same transport as me.
Jury's still out on Burke.
Yeah, he's working for his own ends, I think. Monarch employee chart, head of Monarch, Paul Serene, creator of Monarch, believes end of time is inevitable, is building a survival program for select few. Division leads, Martin Hatch, Monarch's spokesperson, head of security and PR, Serene's key advisor, working against Serene. Yep, we know that. Dr. Sophia Amaral, head of research, specialist in chronon technology, only doctor trained to administer Serene's treatment, intimate relations with Serene. Ooh. Dr. Henry Kim, previous head of research, deceased. Key enforcers, Clarissa Gawa, Monarch dispatcher, allegiance to Martin Hatch, working against Serene. Yep, we know that. Gibson, head of security, Monarch enforcer, deceased. Carlos, leader of Reaper Squad, loyal to Martin Hatch, deceased. Potential allies within Monarch, Fiona Miller, chronon researcher, confirmed ally, working with Beth from inside. Liam Burke, Monarch fixer, has questioned Monarch agenda extensively, deemed Monarch traitor for assisting in Jack's escape. Charlie Wincott, Monarch hacker, history of allegiance to Martin Hatch, current loyalty unknown, and he's a dick. Yeah, we know. Okay, so what else do we have here? Oh, I can't read all these. Yeah, that's another huge one. I'm just going to collect it, and yeah, it's they are getting seriously long. So what's this one as well?
Hey, Amy. What am I looking at here?
I've been recording Monarch communications with the radio that Beth left me. I made a compilation of anything that seemed like it might be useful.
Oh, good idea, Amy. Okay, transcript of Monarch communications. Com 1032, unknown Monarch personnel. HQ, come in. This is First Aid 1. We've got a situation here at the hospital. Over. Monarch radio commander, go ahead. First Aid 1, over. Unknown Monarch personnel. It's a fucking mess down here. HQ. Burke showed up for his wife like we thought. Gibson intercepted him. Burke wouldn't come quietly, so Gibson drew on him, and well, Gibson's dead. Burke strangled him with a power cord in full sight of half the hospital, so that kind of shit show. Over. Monarch radio commander. Do you have the situation contained? Where's Burke now? Over. Unknown Monarch personnel. We're working the scene and we work in the scene and wipe the footage, but Gibson didn't have backup, so who knows how many people saw the fight or where they are now. Same goes for Burke. He's in the wind. So's his wife. Over. Monarch radio commander. Copy that. First Aid 1. We'll run with that on our end. Just tidy things up over there. Over and out. Okay, so